Welcome back. I'm Fiona Mbowa here at Church of Uganda Family TV, talking about consistency in marriage. And with me sharing that conversation is the Mucunguzis, who are 12 years in marriage. And before the break, we were being told about the effect of third parties on consistency. Yes, now in the culture we are in, I think it is more open to the family. So if I want to do something, I would love to ask my brother. You were saying something about it.
Your brother should never take the precedence of your husband. Your husband is a priority before anything. That's why the Bible tells us that you shall leave what? Your mother and father and go.
Come.
So what are you saying? The other guys should also go and concentrate on their marriage.
Concentrate on the principle of oneness.
Yeah, oneness. It is even believed culturally, by the way, that the last person who gives a speech on your funeral service is your spouse. And the speech they give tells us of how you have left the legacy. If you have been a negligent person, she will tell the Mothers Union that join me and we say, that I'm glad that the burden has gone. So if you have been a romantic person, she will say, join me and we sing. Hosanna, I will miss my husband. We shall know them by the prayers they say. So you must do away with the third party. Your relatives, help them in a distance. Let them not come and flood in your homes.
You're chasing people from
no way. They come. They are the ones because you see, conflict is part of life.
Yeah.
For example, we cannot come and claim that me and my wife we don't disagree. There are some points we must disagree on, but how do we handle?
Yes.
But when you have third party in, they are the ones, they exaggerate. And they say, and when they are closer in terms of healing, you find that you are now apportioning blame. My aunt, may her rest in peace, Alice Bazeyo, who brought me in Kampala and was taking me to university, and he said, my son, if you want a degree, don't stay with me. If I disagree with my husband, they will say, yeah, your son is the one who has broken a cup, who has spoiled here and there. And I was not getting her clearly. Not until when I joined the marriage, and I said, Kumbe, she was right. They are agents of bad news. They break bad news. So help them in a distance. Concentrate, have more time. Your family. For example, your wife takes a precedence. Your children number 2. God number 1. My wife,
number
2. My children, number 3. Others follow. Why? Even the children, why I gave them number 2. When they grow up and reach at university, they will go away. Then I will remain with Bade here. So if I've been mistreating her, I will pay.
You have a
Most people in retirement are suffering simply because they did not invest in their useful days. It is high time that they were never consistent at home. Be pleasant. They say, when you are absent in lives of your family, even when you die, they will not miss you.
That's true.
Can you be consistent? The game is in consistency. Don't be too busy for the world.
Now we be consistent in doing what?
Everything.
What do we do?
Giving love. Most women now, let me tell you, you are conditioning sex in marriage. That if you don't bring money for hair, no sex. If you don't bring money for dress, no sex. You are doing a disservice to marriage. You left your mother and father, you are not a relative of this man like me. You should give me. A man has 2 stomachs, one here, another one. So we are on a TV post. So you must make sure that that man is not going. Because you see, denial of conjugal rights has caused the problem in a family. And for us men, we have ego. If you refuse to give me, I can go at rampage and trying to hurt you or annoy you. So in fact, when we disagree, give me more. Hey, so that I can come and a man speaks the truth when he's having chow, and when he has some money.
That's when they speak the truth.
A man can say the whole truth. You can touch here. He says PIN number is this one. So it is a very serious matter. This is a family TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
Madam, I want to thank you. So you need to make sure that you have got outstanding in that field. I'm saying it here not to be shame, but to tell men and to tell women most second homes have come up simply because they have commercialized sex in home. Bishop Muhima Edward, who wedded me, he told us together during counseling that my son and my daughter, when you have joined marriage, go and act like prostitutes in your bed. You get me? But some of them have made it like chukubo, price tag, and which is very dangerous.
That's true.
So consistency needs you to sacrifice on many things. And it is a great thing. When you do
doing
it,
things
the
together.
better. And in any case, every day you are growing old.
Because
Yes.
the more you do things together,
The better.
the more you bond, and the more you become consistent. And you attain the oneness spirit. That oneness spirit, it will help the family.
To do much
Children
better.
are also learning from you.
That's true.
They are seeing what you're doing.
And they will most likely do the same.
They will do the same. Today, you can, even if you think about it briefly, if we had families where people are consistent, they are doing the right things, they are working as a family, the unity is there, the oneness is there, we wouldn't be having so many of the issues we have.
That's true.
We wouldn't be having kids on the streets. They would be taken care of. You see, even if you don't have much, but when you can sit and agree and say, today really there is nothing, we are going to drink porridge. It's understandable.
And people will be happy.
People will
because
be
they'll
happy.
have understood.
Yes, you have understood. But now, when you lose consistency, for you, at times when you get money, you want to show that you have. The woman is now looking at you in that contest. You have the money. She's also putting her demands. Her demands are so high that you may not cover them.
That's true.
And when you fail to do that, you will, have issues, conflicts. So even financially, you need to be consistent. Understand your finance. The family, we call it family finance. Because both of you are working towards
Same thing.
the family. We're making your family better, growing your family. How do you do it when everybody is keeping their money? You have your salary, nobody knows, she has his. But as a woman, you say he's supposed to provide.
Take care of me.
Sometimes maybe even you earn more than him.
Which is
And
dangerous.
these days we go to same schools, we have same jobs. The other now supervisory, this one is at a certain level. And you have that opportunity to even make your family better. But you are hiding. You are hiding. You're showing the man should take care. He's earning less.
Yes,
You're not being honest.
So most men, I
And you cannot be consistent.
Yes, I encourage
cannot.
most men to always announce what you earn, so that they
You say announce
reduce.
it like you come in and like, by the way.
Hey, my salary
Announcement.
is this, so start to cut down your expectations.
Yes.
Then
That
you
would
quickly,
actually
yeah,
It helps.
like me, I told my wife,
Because
my
you
salary
will
is
not
this.
have an expectation.
So if you are expecting too much, it's as if you are pushing me to go and do armed robbery, and it is against the Christian culture. So she cuts and goes. But if she sees you have money,
You're just speaking from
You-
your
Yeah.
pocket.
whenever
You don't know how
they
much-
say-
never you try to
you
impress
put
financially
an
a
impression.
woman when you are in marriage. Announce as much as you can. Don't take a run without consulting the wife, because it will come back to you.
To the family.
Fiona, did you
It's
know
the family that will suffer.
Did you know that heaven and earth are here?
Yes, they have.
Our choices, our decisions that we do every day determine where we are. If you decide to be an agent of domestic violence, you are in here already. That you wake up, for you punch a woman. Hello. Even a dog cannot do that. How about you, a human being? If you feel like fighting, go to the gym or come to police. We give you some people whom you can fight with, but not a wife. And even women who beat men.
And they're on the
Yes,
rise
they
now,
are
too.
on the rise. Police is overwhelmed by those cases, by the way. That men are suffering. A boy child is facing it rough. We call upon you to come and join and report. We get those women who are acting like Gorora so that we can trim them, because there is a law that curtails such a thing.
So, my next question is, for some of us maybe who have not been consistent, because we cannot presume that everyone is as consistent
Definitely.
as you people have been.
Absolutely.
Where do we start? Because I don't think it is too late. We can always start.
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
It
yeah.
is, you see, in
How
marriage,
we start.
I usually tell people, learning is every day. It's never too late for anything in marriage. At any point you learn something, start on it. It's never too late.
So how do we
That
start?
is why, of course, you start being honest. You start opening up. You become transparent. You agree on a few things. I usually like the bargaining power in marriage. You can bargain. Serious situations that are hard, bargain. When you bargain over it, you will get somewhere. Just like how you go to the market. You bargain, sometimes you're like, you have cheated me, but let me go. But you go happy. You go satisfied.
So if you come and tell me something, I can actually say, but how about we do this instead? What if we do it this way?
Yes, you see? And now that the communication is coming out again, you use the communication to help you bargain. And even if you don't get what you want, but you might get something closer. And in marriage, we need to be selfless.
Not selfish.
Yes, because I usually say that you need to address the old you and put on something stronger that is willing to, face anything, willing to fight for this marriage. The devil is out there looking at the marriage institution. You need to, come with a tough skin. Remove that fragile body of yours where you have been at home. I usually tell him that where we come from, it was not our choice. We got ourselves there. But where we are, it is our choice,
yes.
and we need to do it better.
I did not apply to be born where I was born.
Yes.
But I'm responsible for where I am, and I'm determined to know that where I'm going. Did you know that there are some couples that are ashamed of each other? You are married to a person, but you don't go with her in public. You will not be consistent.
Even if you go,
You get me? If another one sits the other side, make sure that you are intentional in whatever you are doing. My wife, you see my wife, very wonderful, tall woman, and as she is. Whenever, and me, I love uniform. Whenever she goes for her corporate meetings or dinners, they think that I'm her bodyguard. So they say, honorable here, then police the other side, then I quickly say, I'm a husband. They apologize to me. But another person, they say, police, you sit to the other side. Then I say, hello, I'm a husband. I normally go with a copy of marriage certificate because they may think you are impersonating. You need to be consistent and intentional.
Like to the point of moving with your marriage certificate.
Hey, another one may think that you are impersonating around.
To be on the right
but
side
of course I do,
of life.
I do it in a stubborn way. But the whole game is that people must, for you to be consistent, you must be not be ashamed of a person. We normally go out together. You know,
Maybe
when you
just
go,
to come in shortly, you need to take us through because she needs to know
I want to know how
they can begin. Let us begin with the leadership of a family.
the leadership of the family is solely in the hands of a man. Whether you earn too much than him, whether you have big appointments, your man is the overall commander of your home. And therefore,
now you enjoy that post.
I enjoy it because God himself is the
God
commander
gave it
of
to
marriage. You get me? Naturally, scientifically, spiritually, man needs to be in lead. And therefore, you should help us to be there. When you even help me to be there, don't again go and gossip that you are seeing him there giving.
I'm the one.
I'm the one.
But I'm the
Never
one.
you.
No.
Backbite
The
your
position is
your spouse. You find
there.
that. Yeah. And you men, we are supposed to be defenders of these helpers in public. Me, if you come, you say my wife was cheating, I don't agree. Say you are lying. Yeah? Then when you go home, I say,
get
are
the
you sure?
details.
I was defending you.
But I
So
need to know what
always
was
defend. Always defend your spouses in public. I love that. When you find that you are, if they call it, we normally find some couples where their wives are whistleblowers. That this one has stolen. You, are you married? So, and you do that. When you are not consistent and friends, you see, Madam, can you be a whistleblower against me? No way, she cannot.
If you do something wrong,
Yeah, she will defend me. Then she will come at home and say, but are you sure you have done this one? Like if, for example, God forbid, you produce a child outside. I said, God forbid. Nobody should tell your wife
before you
yes. Come and confess. You say, oh, my queen. Depending on the title you give her.
As
the
you're
devil.
To confess your other children,
you say,
yes.
queen.
The
devil was at work. You can even say they raped you. Then, depending on the reason you give, then you say, by the way, how are we going to do it? Of course, you must pay for your every sin must be paid for. There is a consequence. I don't encourage you to do that. So then she will now know how to defend.
Because you've come to her yourself.
Yes. You save a lot. For us men, we spend a lot of money to cover up the sin.
And yet if you come out in the
but
open,
if now I tell her, for example, you see, some of us, by our positions, women admire us. Say, this afande kamuriye muzari mu mwana. Targeting me to build for her a house, to buy for her a car, which I don't have. But if I had already told my wife, I will not now take a loan. I will not sell their marital home. It's because she will know there is a problem. For example, some of us, they even lie to us. Men, they lie to us that we have impregnated them when we are not. She will tell me that let us go for DNA. You get me? Because there is a friend of mine who did vasectomy. The man knows he does not, but the girl was saying, you impregnated me. I said, Daro, you see how they cheat you? So if you had not cut, they would think you impregnated. So you must be tactical in whatever you are doing.
And the helper is a helper.
I like the part of coming to her and telling her, this has happened.
And she should also come and tell me,
As a helper,
you
how
are
do you
still
handle
a helper.
that?
It is your position as a helper to help him.
Because I've had men who would want to tell their wives, but they fear the consequences.
Because they have not been consistent in those small things.
Small things.
They have not bonded enough. Because if they have bonded enough, they have been consistent. It is something that the woman can help the man. Because it has happened. You can't run away from it. And you have to face it as a fact.
I like that. So what other ways can we be consistent? Like, should we be going out more often?
Yes.
What is...
There is a greatest thing that I'm telling them how we have consistently done it.
Tell us about that.
One of our core family values is praising and praying together. I am the one who starts there. I'm a chaplain of my home. I make sure that my children know how to read the Bible. I pray to them. Even the prayer is tactical and intentional. You get me? I confess. If you hear the name of our children, a professor, a general, General Kanzarakishe, Professor Magezi Gwene, Jada Queenie, like that. You must even be knowing that you are there to confess good things unto your children. Then we even made sure that we wrote down the core values. 10 of them. One of them is praising and praying together. And each of us has a day. On Monday, it is me. The day, a daughter. Yours is on Thursday, including a home manager, whom majority call the house girl. She prays for us. And to me, as a security person, that's how I get feedback. During the prayer, children say their mind. We pray that daddy improves his Chinyankore accent. Then now they are improving. The maid says, I pray that these children who abuse me, then you know that there's a problem. So marriage is all about creativity. Marriage is about being intentional. Marriage, we must not sleep there every day. Because you see, no one has our calendar. If you go today, those that will be there, what will they remember that you were there? I have a feeling that, God forbid if I die today, they will say that the other policeman who loved his wife, that one cannot fail. And what a great legacy that I will leave. And you see, when you are raising these children, you be practical. If you find me with my wife, my dear wife, Marawa Bazigaba, on Friday, we dance together. And children are getting our video. They say, Daddy, squeeze mommy. I feel happy about it. Because they now know that I cannot beat. Hey, you are following me on my YouTube channel. The daughters are there dancing, seeing what we are doing. You need to be practical. Eh? Don't occupy space. They are putting kilograms, and you think that you are a man, that you are there celebrating birthdays. No way. What are you doing? You can't come and tell me that you are 50 years in marriage, but what are you doing there? I would rather be there for 1 year.
So we are praying and praising together.
Yes.
We are dancing together.
We are dancing together. We eat together.
We eat together.
Most men who say that you have gone to Kasenene, that we know you are eating in sauna. We know you are eating vigere on the road alone. And let me tell you, a family that does not dine together, they have even what we call a biological, physiological problem at night. One has eaten vigere outside, at home he has left G-nuts. So at night when you are sleeping, biology works. This one is gassing G-nuts, this one is gassing what? Vigere. That thing can affect family. But when you go and eat together, nobody will accuse each other. If you know why you're laughing, these are serious matters. You must be consistent in marriage. I have that passion that we can do it together.
Yes,
and thank you for being my helper in that. When my wife says what you are saying is true, others are background noise. Hey, may I continue enjoying?
Background.
It's these necessary things.
So we are praising and praying together.
We are eating together.
We are going out.
Going out.
Together.
You can choose a day in a week.
Yes.
Going out does not necessarily mean you have the money.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
that doesn't have to
You
be
can take a walk.
expensive. Yeah.
Walk, yeah.
To some place, sit and talk. You can go to a fellowship together. You can have a meeting. Like for us, we usually meet married people sometimes. So if we have that meeting in a week, then we use that time to be
As
out
your outing.
as our
Active
outing.
listening. If your wife says you have dressed badly, swallow the pride,
And
go
those,
back and
and
change.
those important days
Yes,
in your life.
in your
They
life.
should be there and
Birthday,
consistent.
what?
Anniversary.
So we
You
should
know,
celebrate
imagine
birthdays
it
and
is
anniversaries.
even embarrassing for
I
someone
had
to
the
ask
challenge. I
that,
had the challenge there.
that when they ask
Ask
you
people,
for you.
how long have you been married?
Because when was that?
It's the women who know.
Like you see, my wife loves flowers. Let me start that story. She loves flowers, and flowers, some of us, we are not used to them. We see them as normal plants. So one day, I bought her an expensive gift. She was not happy. I went to the Italian supermarket. They bought flowers 50,000. She was excited. I said, hey, kumbe flowers are like that. At first, I was scared of buying them. Bargain them in silence, put them in Kavera, send a boda guy. But later on now, when I knew that my wife loves flowers, she contaminated me. I buy for her flowers. Don't go and buy flowers on the funeral service of your spouse, putting on black T-shirts with goggles, when you did not buy for her flowers when she was alive. Hey, that is pretense.
If she likes the flowers.
If she likes, like mine likes flowers, so I buy for her flowers on birthday. I buy her flowers even on a normal day. Me, I can get annoyed to buy a flower for her. And she feels happy. So you need to make sure that you know the tastes and preferences of your wife. You need to listen. Listening is a very great thing.
Active listening.
Active listening. When my wife tells me, the way you are swallowing food there, it is bad, it will be shame you, but commander. I run. Say, then how do you want me to do? I do it. When you even know that your helper has more time to make you better every day, to add value onto you, you listen and things work out so well. A neat woman, a clean woman is a blessing to a man. Some women don't bathe. And that is
usually
like,
it's the men
okay,
don't
men,
bathe,
there is a day they even alleged that Anosi did not bathe. Now I
It
said,
is possible.
so men, you need to learn how to bathe. I didn't know that bathing is a big topic. You need to get a doctor. Yes.
Yes.
This woman one day taught us how to bathe. We were like, what? Kumbe, we have been swimming, not bathing. So when you
just
get,
go on, and
yeah,
get out.
you need to sit with your spouse and she teaches you how to be neat. Eh? You don't go and you find that you are doing things. Men who go and shave outside there alone when you have helpers, what are you doing? I suppose, hey, but you see, family TV.
As we come to a close of this, I just For our viewers out there,
Yes.
I've learned a lot, definitely. But for our viewers out there, and most of us think that we are too far gone. And that's why I was trying to list down the things that we can actually practically try out. What other things do you think can you share with them as we come to a close of this show? About consistency.
About consistency. Yeah. Basically, when you have mastered to communicate, then of course, trustworthiness, you must earn it. Yes, you must earn it. It's not automatic. You have someone quarreling, you don't trust me. But what effort have you put to be trusted? You have to put the effort to make sure. Like I mentioned earlier, I was talking to someone else actually. For him, when his kind of job, he can be anywhere at any time. And sometimes I'm not aware, he has not communicated. So he will get his phone, take himself a selfie, and tell me we are here, we so and so, we are doing this. I will read it, and I will know. So there is no need of me asking. Where else did you go? He has communicated. And I've not asked him, but he feels he's responsible. He needs to tell where he is. It is not me, telling him, please, where are you texting? No. He becomes a responsible person.
Some women even judge. You are there in your woman when you are even in a meeting. You are there with your friends of us.
Mr. Mucunguzi,
so, what we should know that, dear viewers, consistency is what transforms average into excellence. And therefore, strive hard every day to make sure that you are part of excellence, not average in whatever you are doing. Family is not only an important issue, but it is everything. We used to say east to west, home is the best. But what are you doing in that home? Don't be a sperm donor, but be a responsible father who is attending in details. It is no longer a game of paying school fees and providing basic needs, but being present. Be present in life of your family. Let you be missed in that family. Like I'm a chief morale booster of my family. When I'm not there, they even say, Mzei, Urwa, Jango Kubendongo. Have a skill. Hey, me, I play guitar for my children. Then they sing along. My wife loves singing. She can mime. Then me, I get the tune. Be creative in your home. Don't be there and think that you are Alpha and Omega. You must make sure that you are not the master of everything. When you do that, you will be a great person who will be remembered for something. Avoid signification of matters and issues at home. You get me? Find that for you, you can be branded for this. That when you are not there, they don't eat meat. Really? What if you die, you think that the world will stop? You have no key to heaven. Be so sensitive. And remember that you don't have even a carbon paper of the land title of Kampala. Therefore, you are insignificant. Let these ranks and the appointments and authorities that we have don't mislead us, but rather be men of substance who will help women of substance as well and valor. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Mucunguzi, for such an amazing sharing. And for our viewers, I hope you picked something. You cannot be consistent at everything, but start with one and do it over and over. As Mr. Mucunguzi said, it's what makes it perfect. The consistency and doing it over and over again. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Fiona Mbowa here at Church of Uganda Family TV.